Before the emanations were emanated and the creatures were created, the upper simple light had filled the whole reality. And there was no vacancy for the existence of the emanated and the created. And there was no such part as Rosh or Sof, but all was simple light, equal in one similitude, and it is called the light of Ein Sof. And when upon his simple will came the desire to create the worlds and emanate the emanations, the harsh spark came out, the force of Din that was disclosed in Malchut, emerging from Ein Sof, and carved a carving in the upper light. Thus the light was restricted and departed from within the Kli of Malchut and around her. That departure of light is called carving the upper light. For a space devoid of light was made there, and in that empty space all the worlds and all that is in them subsequently emerged. And therefore, once people in this world raise man through mitzvot and good deeds, they extend a new illumination from above, which lowers the Malchut and the place of the Zivug back to her place, below Tiferet, and a complete degree comes out, Naran High, received in the Sfirot Bina and Tiferet, that were previously included in Malchut, and which are fit for reception of upper light. Then the souls of the righteous too receive the upper Mochin from Zon De'atzilut, because they are included in the upper Malchut. Thus, all the Mochin are only because of Malchut that rose to Bina, making a new siyum there, called a firmament. Were it not for the firmament, Zon would not be able to receive any of the upper light. This is why the text calls those mochin the brightness of the firmament, meaning the light that appears at the end of the association of Rachamim with Din. It is written, and the educated, meaning Zon and the souls of the righteous, will shine as the brightness of the firmament, receive mochin that illuminate like the brightness of the firmament, since all of their mochin comes from the brightness of the firmament. A man is male and female, and only they are called man. Malchut in and of herself when she is not in a zivug with Zeranpin, is not called man, since she is without a male. Only when she mates with Zeranpin are both of them called man. As it is written, He created them, male and female, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, man, on the day when they were created. Thus, both together are called man. But each one for himself is like half a body, and he is not called man. Happy are those who observe their desires, matters of the sublime secrets, to walk in the path of truth, to be rewarded in this world, and to illuminate for them for the next world. It is written about them, and the enlightened ones will shine like the brightness of the firmament, and those who justify the many, like the stars forever and ever, are happy in this world and in the next world. Man is called a small world because all the details of the world are included in him. In the verse, "And God said, let us make man," there is a secret revealed only to those who fear him. That elder of the elders started and said, "Shimon, Shimon, who is it who said, let us make man, and of whom it is written, and God said?" Who is that name, God, here? As Rabbi Shimon heard that he was calling him Shimon and not Rabbi Shimon, he said to his friends, "This must be the Creator, of whom it is written, and the Ancient of Days, Atik Yomin, is sitting." Therefore, now is the time to disclose that secret, for there is a secret here that was not permitted to be disclosed, and now it means that permission to disclose has been given. It is known that the secrets that were revealed to the sages of the Zohar were by attainment of the lights of the upper degrees by instilling. There are panim and achoraim, anterior and posterior respectively, in them, meaning concealment and disclosure. According to the extent of the panim of the degree, so is the extent of its achoraim. The instilling of the achoraim is a calling and an invitation to instill the panim. This is why, by the measure of the concealment of the achoraim that they attained, they knew the measure of disclosure that they were about to attain. As Rabbi Shimon heard, he was calling him Shimon and not Rabbi Shimon. This means that the instilling of the achoraim, which is a calling, was so strong that he lost all his degrees and became a simple person, Shimon from the market. By that he recognized that it was a calling and an invitation for very high attainment of panim. This is why he promptly said to his friends, "This must be the Creator, of whom it is written, and the Ancient of Days, Atik Yomin, is sitting, of whose degree there is no higher." And he said, and now it means that permission to disclose has been given, meaning that now it was seen that he obtained permission to disclose that high secret. The verse, "Let us make man," certainly relates to two. For each lower one said to the superior above it, "Let us make man." The lower one does not do anything without receiving permission and saying of that partzuf that is above it. Likewise, its superior does not do anything until it receives an advice from his friend above him, so that each and every partzuf from the partzufim of Atzilut said, "Let us make man," to his superior, and the superior to the superior of the superior. For every novelty and emanation comes from Ein Sof and cascades through the degrees until it comes to its place. The cascading is considered here that each lower one says, "Let us make man," to his superior, when he receives from him the soul of man, to pass it on to the ones below him. The words I am He apply to the Creator and His divinity, Ziranpin and his Nukva. I is divinity. He is the Creator. In the future, at the end of correction, the Nukva will say, "See that I, Vav He Vav, are one, as is written, and the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun," meaning that the Nukva is equal to Zeranpin. And there is no God with me refers to other gods, Sam and the serpent, for then it will be revealed that Sam and the serpent never separated between the Creator and his divinity. As it is written, "By the mouth of two witnesses shall he that is to die be put to death," relating to Sam, who was dead from his beginning and was but a servant to hurry the redemption of our souls. This is the meaning of "I will put to death and make alive." I will put to death with my divinity the one who is guilty, and I will make alive with my divinity the one who is innocent. The Creator's guidance from the beginning will appear throughout the world, and then, as it is written, sinners will cease from the earth, and the wicked shall be no more. That is, unlike what it seems to us during the 6,000 years, that there is a governance that objects to Kedusha, which are Sam and the serpent, as it is written, "When man rules over man, it is to his harm." Then it will appear to all, "I will put to death and make alive with my divinity, and there is none else besides him." friends replied to him, "Why then is all that?" Meaning, if the whole reason for the creation of man is that he can repent and correct his corruption, then what is all that for? It would have been better not to create the darkness in the Nukva, and the man would not sin to begin with. Rabbi Shimon replied to the friends, "Were it not so, that the Creator created the good inclination and the evil inclination, which are light and darkness, there would not be mitzvot and transgressions for Adam de Bria. But Adam, the man, was created from both, from light and darkness, which is why the writing says, 'See, I have set before you this day life and good, and death and evil.' Meaning, this is why there are mitzvot and transgressions in man, and the choice has been prepared for him to choose between good and evil." They replied to him, "What is all that for? It would be better if the darkness were not created, and there would not be reward or punishment for man, rather than being created, sinning, and causing all those many corruptions that he has caused by his sin." He said to them, "It was right to create him in light and in darkness, because the Torah was created for man, for punishment to the wicked, and reward for the righteous are written in it. And there cannot be reward and punishment unless in Adam de Bria, who consists of light and darkness. As it is written, He created it, not a waste. He formed it to be inhabited." That is, the world was not created to be in chaos, in darkness, for the wicked. Rather, He formed it to be inhabited, to give a good reward to the righteous. The reward is the attainment of the Torah, as it is written, "For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord," since the Torah and the Creator are one. And if the man were not created in light and darkness, in which choice between good and bad, and reward and punishment are possible, it would not be possible for that good reward that is received in the Torah, and for which it was created, to be revealed to the righteous. The friends told him, "Indeed, we heard now what we have not heard thus far. Now it is clear that the Creator did not create something that He does not need." Sun's life and nourishments extend to the lower ones only from the middle pillar, called my son, my firstborn Israel. He is called the tree of life, meaning that the middle pillar, Israel, bestows upon divinity for the lower ones. Bestowals of life to divinity are the lower children of Israel, who extend their lives from divinity, and the giving of the secrets of Torah for the lower ones is considered divinity's nourishments. The prayer, which is her zivug with Zeranpin, extends sons who are souls for the lower ones, it is about her that he says, "Give me sons." Rabbi Shimon started and said, "Listen, O upper ones, and gather, O lower ones, dwellers of the seminary of above and of below. Elijah, I adjure you, take permission from the Creator and come down here, for a great war has come to you. Chanoch, Matat, come down here, you and all the dwellers of the seminary under you. For it is not for my own glory that I did this, but for the glory of divinity. Those righteous ones, the authors of the Zohar, and especially Rabbi Shimon, their thoughts and words were in actual deeds. For according to the quality of the innovations in the Torah that they discovered, the upper degrees were promptly set up and arranged after them in actual fact. For the righteous build worlds with their innovations in the Torah, and Rabbi Shimon prepared himself here to fight with the primordial serpent and subdue him through the unification of the sling stone, and to open a door for the people of the world, so they too would know how to subdue the serpent. It is known that one cannot correct in a place where he is not present. Thus, Rabbi Shimon had to be, at that time, in the place where the serpent was, so he would be able to subdue him. To be certain that he would not be at risk in that lowly place, he asked for assistance from Elijah, Matat, dwellers of the upper seminary and the lower one. The prayer should be raised to that certain place, like a sling stone hurled toward a certain target, and one is careful not to miss the target, so he should raise his thought and aim in the prayer. It is written, "Let the waters under the heavens gather." Let the waters gather is the Torah, called water. Unto one place is Israel. It is so because the souls of Israel extend from that place, of which it was said, "Blessed be the glory of the Lord from his place." The glory of the Lord means the lower divinity, Malchut. From his place means the upper divinity, Bina. Thus, Bina is called a place, and because their souls are from Bina, who is called a place, the name Havaya is indeed on them. It is said about them, "For the portion of the Lord is his people." As it is written, "Let the waters gather unto one place," where water means Torah, and one place means Israel, the receivers of the Torah. To elicit the nations of the world who did not wish to receive the Torah, and for which the land remained desolate and dry.